Good morning, class. It's Thursday. We're still working on our big read. It's on page 48 of your large book. We have our Unit 1, Week 3 sheet here. The last couple weeks, this is the one that came back the worst. This is a big grade for you guys. Most of it we do in class here. Then finish it up on your own and then make sure it goes back into your Thursday packet in the correct order. So let's start with our name at the top of the page. These sheets are pretty cool because it takes care of all the objectives that we worked on this week in our small reads. So obviously the first one, you can tell by the Venn diagrams that we're going to work on compare and contrast. The cool thing about these sheets is most of the time they give you the place where you can find the answers. So it should be fairly easy for you. Let's start off one together. It says, complete the Venn diagrams to compare and contrast information from the text. And they are pretty nice to you. They put a like right in the middle. So we know that the outside is where it's different and how it's alike is in the middle. Our goal is maybe 1 to 2 in each box if we can fit it. So we're on page 50 and 51 in our text. Let's use one of our other strategies, which was to reread. We're looking for comparing boiling milk and the Earth's crust. Okay, that's kind of strange, but remember, she compared it in there. So Dr. C is someone who studies earthquakes. She likes to compare the movement of the earth plates to boiling milk. When you boil milk, she says, you get a little surface layer of cream on top. Boiling milk. Layer of surface cream on top of liquid under it. I think that liquid's the key thing there. That's what's going on in the Earth, except for Earth's crust is much harder than the layer of cream. Earth's crust. Much harder. As the mantle boils, it pushes and pulls the plates above it. It's at the edges of these plates that Dr. C explains where we have the most earthquakes. Dr. C became a seismologist after a very good reason. She and her family lived through the largest recorded earthquake in history. This was the 1960 earthquake in Chile. Remember, this one pushes and pulls. How are they alike? I'm going to say liquid under each. Both move. Both move. Okay. Now we got pages 54 and 55 for tsunamis and earthquakes, and pages 56 and 57 for how people prepare for tsunamis and how they prepare for earthquakes. Let's do this prepare one together, and the one in the middle will be your assignment. So we'll turn to page 56 and 57. Planning for earthquakes. Even though we can't predict earthquakes, we can prepare for them. Many seismologists make information available for people so they can plan and respond to earthquakes. This is especially important in the coastal regions. Once the shaking goes on for more than 30 seconds, Dr. C says, it's pretty simple. You have to run away from the ocean and run up a hill. Alright, so a tsunami's coming. You're going to run away from ocean, and you want to run up a hill. Sounds kind of funny, but we want to get to the top of the hill before the water catches us. You have to run away from the ocean up a hill. You have about 15 to 20 minutes to reach higher ground. How cities are built often affects how people survive an earthquake. Cities in many countries have special building laws. I'm going to put that out here. Special building laws. They're actually called building codes. That way they won't collapse during an earthquake. Here's the next paragraph. However, earthquakes don't just destroy, they also create. They help make mountains, coasts, and other landscapes we see around us. So that's the positive of it. How are these two things alike? They both are dangerous and destructive. Yeah, so we were supposed to be putting these down here, so I made a mistake. So we do not have to do that one. So we've completed the whole front side together as a team. Let's flip this over and look at the back side. The back sides we have the multiple meaning words. Use the context clues to figure out the correct definition of the following words. What is the meaning of plates on page 49? Now, most of the time you think about plates, you think about like your dinner plate. I'm going to have supper on my dinner plate. But that's not what it means in this case here. So let's redefine the word plates and then see if we can use context clues to see what it means. We like to believe that the ground under our feet is solid and secure. People who have felt the ground shake know differently. They have lived through an earthquake. Earth's crust resembles a jigsaw puzzle, more like a solid sphere. Like a puzzle, the crust is divided into different pieces that fit together. These pieces are called plates. So plates are pieces of the Earth's surface. Okay? Now this fault on page 52, you might think like it's your fault that the cookies burned in the oven because you forgot to set the timer. But that's not what this fault means. So you look it up on page 52, check out some context clues, and you come up with your meaning. Alright, you're welcome to use your little book for the genre. The genre, remember we had a couple things that would tell us that this was expository text. And one of them was facts, facts, facts. So you need a couple complete sentences to answer the genre question. We're going to leave out the essential question for today. Notice I just put one neat X through it. And then today, you find 3 vocabulary words. You write them here in their definition. For example, I'm going to page through until I find a bold print word. I'm going to choose altered. And I know that altered means to change. To change. If you need help finding the definitions of these words, you're welcome to look in the back of the book. Here's how you would do that. All the way in the back of the book, when we're done with all the stories, we have what's called as the glossary. And the glossary is in alphabetical order. So altered starts with an A. I'm going to look under the A section all the way down until we find the L. Oh, there it is, alter. To change, I was right. Or to make different. So I may add that in there. To change or to make different. So you can find 2 more bold print words. Maybe one pick severe destruction, maybe unpredictable, maybe substantial. Use the back of the book if you're unsure and come up with 3 vocabulary words here. Alright, on the back side we're not going to do the essential question. On the front side we finish together. The rest of it is on your own. God bless your day.